I totally believe that the gods of ancient times could actually have been aliens. I don't know if you remember the big Mayan 2012 calendar scare. Everybody thought the world was going to end, and it was significant because it was actually a really good friend of mine's birthday. So we actually threw a party, being stupid and kind of making fun of the situation. But what happened out of that is it got me into researching both the Mayans, Mesoamerica, and particularly the Aztec people really came to interest me because they had so many gods and so many deities, things that were part of their everyday culture. They had god of wine, god of fertility, god of birth, god of war, god of maize. In fact, if I remember correctly, they actually had four different gods for corn. One for red corn, one for yellow corn, one for white corn, one for black corn. So they have these deities that they assign to significant portions of their life. But if you look into the Aztec culture a little bit more, what's crazy about that fact is they actually had 400 celestial sky. They had 400 sky gods. 400. During the day, they had 400. And then they had 400 at night. Mimics Koa, if I remember the name correctly. These 400 sky gods just during the daylight hours, and then another 400 at night. They assigned significant values in their culture to deities, to these forces that they didn't understand. And the important things every day, think about that, how essential corn was to their culture and just living day in and day out and surviving. And somehow they also assigned gods to not only that, but also to sky deities. Now think about that for a little bit. It makes you wonder, if they assign value as a culture to those two things significantly, both corn, fertility, birth, war, the highlights of life, it would be crazy to think that they would just arbitrarily assign 400 to sky gods. I totally believe that they knew something that we might not know or may have forgotten. Aztecs, Mayans, Mesoamerican cultures, this is repeated time after time after time in their storytelling. Just look at their artwork. It seems like they're trying to describe something in their own style that they can't quite understand. I look at these pictures, I look at this artwork that clearly people labored over, put time into, and some of it appears to be feathered serpents, which of course we look upon and kind of don't have a modern day equivalent, I guess you could say. But some of it you look at and it's not fangs or teeth, it's what appears to me tubes, what appears to me technology, what appears to me something that is foreign to their culture. You look at the art of something that is theirs, something they understand, and it's very well defined. You can identify purses and people carrying things, but then you see these headdresses or people wearing masks in their artwork, and it looks like a child kind of describing something that they don't understand completely, but it kind of looks like this. I can completely see that. I think the Aztec, Mesoamerican, the Mayan cultures knew something but didn't know how to put it down.
For millennia, ancient man hunted and gathered like many animals on our planet. But something happened, something amazing. Suddenly, after thousands of generations, mankind settled down and civilization emerged. Soon humanity was ordering his own society. Creating rules and regulations, laws emerged as if from nowhere. Complex tools, art, literature, agriculture, transport, and more emerged as if by magic. We looked to the stars, the very heavens above us, for navigation, inspiration, and to inform us of the time of day and even year. We built huge monuments to the gods we saw above us, to the same gods we claimed had come down to us from heaven and given us knowledge and life. A new phase in so-called evolution had begun. A new humanity had emerged. The gods were aliens. The change in humanity was genetic. The knowledge was given to the chosen few by the ancient watchers over mankind. This is their story.